Live, deep in the heart of West Texas, it's the James Hendrick Show, coming to you from the Hendrick Center for Advanced Conservative Federalist Studies. America First Congress. You know, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that. And get some of these mamby-pamby Republicans out of power. And get these far-left Democrats out of power, okay? Both parties are just as guilty. Both parties are just as guilty of spinning a socialist agenda that can cost us serious. You get the drift? No more playing around. I did some research on a man that I thought I admired. Tom Ridge. He was governor of Pennsylvania since 1995. He was appointed by Bush as Secretary of Homeland Security. I thought that he was this big hulking man that abided by principles. But he has 2 strikes against him. Actually, he has 3 strikes. So therefore, he's out of it. Strike 1. He's pro-choice. He's pro-choice. Okay. And actually, strike 2 is part of that as well. Because I want to tell you this is a mess. This is an utter and complete mess. Alright? Now, I don't want to play around with this if I don't have to, but I am pro-life, okay? There are some things where I differ from the conservative agenda of an economic matter. And those things are of a personal nature. I keep them to myself. But culturally, I am a dead set conservative, okay? Dead set conservative. I may have some private views that may be a tad bit more progressive. But those views are my business. And it's, you know, it's something I'd rather not talk about on the air. But it's not one of the calling card issues of the conservative agenda. Strike 2. Tom Ridge. In supporting abortion, caved into 51% of Pennsylvania voters, wanting serious abortion on demand, limited restrictions. Now that's sad. That's sad. Pennsylvania, okay? The breadbasket. William Penn, one of the lead settlers who founded Pennsylvania among the Quakers, has got to be rolling over in his grave. You guys don't know that that's how Pennsylvania got its name? I went to Christian school, that's how I found out. And he was a strict religionist. Let me tell you something. He believed in work. And we're raising a generation of mamby-pambies that don't know how to work. He's like, sit there and play video games, binge on Netflix, and just wasting your life away. Make money on eBay, you know. Come on. Wake up. This country was founded upon the principles of industry. Now, I digress. Instead of having any principles about life, he goes along with the crowd. Okay? That's a reactive politician. Number 3. In 2020, he announced when he was going into that voting booth, he was going to vote for Joe Biden. Strike 3. You're out. I mean, it's no laughing matter. It's no laughing matter because he's more far left along the Clintons. We'll have to make a little dinner party. Bill and Hillary Clinton. Tom Ridge. Why not? Now we take you to the Clinton home in New York. Then behind the scenes. I've got to say, Mr. President, the best thing that we can possibly do is get Hillary back in there. And this time maybe there's a chance to win. Well, these Republicans, they sure don't play fair. You know, I tried reaching out to them in 94 and 95. They did that government shutdown in 95, and anyway, they wear an egg on their face, wouldn't you say? Hell, I for one would have to agree. Now, I am somewhat of a budget hawk, but they're going over the top. They're far right. I'm glad you see it that way. Say, have you talked to George W. Bush? Yes, I called him this afternoon. He seems reasonably well. He's finished some projects and stuff. But he's not going to support Trump, and neither am I. If we can get Hillary to run again, I have to think about it. Just give me a number of days, a chance to talk to other people. Now, Hillary, think about it. Think about it. We could run. We could beat Trump because Trump ain't playing fair. Trump ain't playing fair. We can get back in the White House. We can undo some of this crap that Biden's doing. Replace it with some of our own policies. Bill, you're getting ahead of yourself. No. Hey, wait a minute, Hillary. Come on now. Listen. I want to have some say on this. And then the rest of the stuff, you just go do what you want, enact whatever policies you want. And I can go be all secret about it. No one would have to see. No one would have to see the first man. Or first spouse. Transgender. Ain't it beautiful? Tune in next time for Behind the Scenes. The pipe dream of the class of 68. Let me do a little test. Whew. I think he was part of that class of 68. Bunch of dummies. Well, I'm of the class of 98. Now, I'm among some of those at Texas Tech University. It's like, you know what? Screw all the little crap we've been taught. We know better. We know different. I mean, who wants to sit there and play leftist Bill Clinton tiddlywinks all day long? I thought that was funny too. Just so much fun, you know. Talk about crazy stuff. Now, I am aware of an announcement that says you don't have to wear a mask because it's no longer required. It's optional. And I like the policy that it's optional. You know, I say, well, Jimmy, you're not making any sense. No mask. Does that make you feel free? Okay, look. Maybe this is not about COVID anymore. Here's the reason why I take the stance like I do towards masks. It's not a political statement, okay? Has nothing to do with the pandemic. It's a matter of public health. I have an adrenal insufficiency, which is really a form of what's known as Addison's disease. And so my asthma acts up, And I feel like if my coughing is so bad, but I still want to go some places, well then, for good common sense, wear a mask, okay? So the data says it doesn't help with COVID. What about the fact it keeps you from spreading other germs if you're sick? Of course, stay home as much as possible if you're sick. But if you absolutely need to go somewhere, wear a mask. Or follow instructions of your doctor. What is this that everything has to be a dang value statement? You probably wonder, where did you learn this? Political science training, okay? Political science training. All wrapped up in a can. Okay, now listen. Listen carefully. A value statement is a closed-ended statement that states a basic opinion. It's closed. And it's no different than what's known as a closed bias question. Some people think I'm crazy for saying this about surveys and stuff. I've taken part in some polls of, FindLaw. I respect FindLaw because it's a great legal research tool. And also helps, average people find attorneys. But politically, they were all red. I'm sorry. Because, actually, a value statement is like a loaded statement. And these politically biased questions are more like loaded questions. Okay? Now, I hope you enjoy listening to the James Hendricks Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of receiving those daily updates. It's Jimi Hendrix saying until next time. Take care and become proactively informed. Until next time, take care and God bless you. The next program is going to be pre-recorded.